Hello, this is Somaiya Meer, an associate professor in the English Department, Language and Literature Faculty of Kabul University. Today, mainly, I am going to talk about my brief self introduction, my education background and experiences, and also the methodology class that I teach. First, my education background. I have got my BA from English Department, Language and Literature Faculty of Kabul University. Then I joined to my master program. I did my master in TESOL, which stands for Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages by support of Indiana University. And now I have planned for my PhD. During my teaching career, I have participated in many national and international trainings. And one of the international trainings was by support of Institute of International Education in USA that I have joined. And during my visit there, we had presentations, and the presentations was about the general information of my faculty and university in New York. And then I joined the SOTEL conference in Georgia, and this was the international conference that I have learned lots of experiences and also I joined these experiences with my colleagues in my home university. Now in the next step, I am going to talk about my class, the methodology course that I am going to teach. So this class actually is designed for junior students for the sixth semester. And we use the book of The Practice of English Language Teaching by Jimmy Harmer, of course, the fourth edition of that book. And each semester, at the beginning of the semester, in my plan, I have book review in order to help students to be introduced with the book that they are going to uh, study during the semester. So we focus on the book title, the author of the book, the publisher, and also some related parts about linguistic fields and also the date of the publish. Then we move to the content of the book. So I introduce the table of the content for the students, and also I introduce each chapter. So I can name this part as a chapter tour. So we have a chapter tour in order to be familiar with the format of each chapter and to be familiar with the whole content of each chapter. So we focus on the goals of this book, and mainly in that book we have three main parts. Then I put some comprehension questions for students in order to help them to find the answers of key areas of each book. For example, one of the questions stands for how is language viewed, how is culture viewed. So the students would be able to talk about the language and also about the culture, which is the most interesting point to be discussed in the class. Then we move to the goals of the book. So generally in each goal and in each semester we have some general and some specific goals. So in that book we focus on three main goals of our book. Then we move to the course objectives. So at the few first days of the class, I introduce the course objectives for my students. So the general objectives of methodology class is that students will be effective communicators in order to achieve personal and professional success, and also they would be able to learn the attributes of quality teaching. So this is the general course objective. Then we move to the indicators. So I can call them, these are the most specific objectives of our course, that the students will explore the attributes of effective teaching. The students will analyze the adult teaching learning process, and also they will use theory and research findings to analyze teaching strategies for EFL, which stands for English as a Foreign Language Education. And the students will evaluate teaching strategies using various settings. Students will critique a variety of teaching modalities, and students will use technology as a tool for professional development and to promote student learning. So these are the indicators of my class. Now let's move to the real class that I had previous semester. So this is the look of my class. Mainly I use the computer lab of my department. of English department because one of the objectives was to help students to use technology as a tool for professional development and to promote student learning. That's why we use computer lab in order to achieve to that objective of the class. So in each class mainly I have 40 students, both male and female students, and we have peer practices and also group work in the class. So this is the look of the class, and students work in smaller groups and also in big groups, and mainly they work on their projects individually as well. So this is the view of methodology class, and that's all about today's presentation. I hope you have enjoyed.